That was bad. Clap.
I didn't hear it.
Welcome to SNY Please, episode 19 on the eve of opening day / night, opening night.
It is opening day.
It is opening day.
It was
Happy opening day.
Happy opening day.
Yeah. Opening day, Washington, D.C. Within, what is it? 19 hours. 19 hours from now, it's midnight on April 7th. Last time we talked, we were in
Florida,
Boca Raton, Florida. Me and Luke.
And that was a good time.
Yeah,
Eamon
so
was not
I'm
there?
trying. I was trying to think.
Eamon was not there.
The last time we recorded was after the second game we went to. So the third game, we talked about our birthday game or no?
Oh yeah, when did we record the?
I'm trying to think. I can't even think.
No, we record the birth. We record
All right, let's
the
just
birthday
skip.
game.
Let's just skip to Friday's game.
Yeah,
If we want a
Friday's game.
Quick recap.
Definitely.
Yeah, because we talked about
It'll be in the video, but
the Duffy's thing. Yeah. So Friday's game. Well, Thursday night, we're coming home from the game. Luke's driving. I'm on Twitter on the phone. I see the news, the terrible, terrible, terrible news that we've all heard by now
from our good friends,
Jacob deGrom. Done.
Well, Anthony Tacoma.
Well, yeah, Anthony Tacoma was a good friend. About Jacob deGrom, who's done. He what is
I almost crashed the car.
Yeah. So it's in the video. I break the news to you lightly.
Live.
And so the next day we get to the game. Supposed to be DeGrom, not DeGrom.
We were hoping for McGill.
Hoping for somebody. We get Pena.
Yeah.
But it was in Jupiter. We sat by the bullpen the whole game. Again, I don't really want to spoil anything because a lot of it's in the video.
Yeah.
We will. I do want to talk about Craig Jorgensen.
Yeah, we could talk about him.
Who
he's up to some fishy stuff, right?
Yeah.
He's up to
this man is a character. We were seeing him all week. He pretended to run into us while we were sitting by the net that one game. And then
he's very animated. He's very
animated guy. Loves telling
moving
stories.
His arms around. Yeah, a lot of stories.
Loves telling stories with his whole body at all times. So me and Luke, the way Jupiter is, or Roger Dean Stadium, on the Marlins side, the Mets were because they played the Cardinals. There's plexiglass around where the bullpen is, and you could pretty much just sit right up against it. You're basically in the bullpen. So me and Luke are sitting there, just watching the game. It was a beautiful day after the rain. The rain stopped. It was a gorgeous day. That's where I got my sunburn. But we're sitting there, and then some guy comes up behind us and throws Craig Jorgensen something while Sean Reed Foley was warming up to go into the game.
Now this guy comes from the concession side of the stadium, next to me, reaches over around the glass and hands him pine. It is
pine tar.
It's
a stick. It was a stick of pine tar.
Stick.
The ones you rub on the bats or whatever. And I didn't realize it at first. I was like, what the heck is that? And he's the way he's holding it, he's standing up and he
tucking it behind his arm.
Yeah, he's covering it with his hand, just standing there nonchalantly.
Staring at us?
Well, not yet. So he does that. And I'm like, oh, what's going on here? So I have my GoPro. I turn it on. And my dumbass, the GoPro makes a beeping noise when you turn it on. It goes beep, beep, beep. And you heard it in actually the last podcast to begin. So it goes beep, beep, beep. And immediately turns his head, stares at us, covers it even more, visibly covers it more. And it was kind of oh no, why'd I do that? And we tried to play it off, didn't really play it off at all. So
he was just
say,
staring
like,
us down.
Yeah, 'cause you saw the
so
video.
I watched a video from the GoPro of like you guys trying to act like all incognito and nonchalant. Like Jake he just terrible poker face, and then Luke is sitting there. He's already like a fishy looking guy. He already looks suspicious,
yeah,
just like as is. But then he has his hat and his aviators on, looking like an undercover cop. And like,
sure.
why would Craig Johnson not look at Luke
I'm a
specifically?
child in his
Also,
eyes.
you're not a child. You turned 21.
Grown ass adult. Grown ass
eyes.
adult.
In his eyes.
But yeah, that video of you guys trying to act discreet was not as discreet as maybe thought.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know what to do. It was very weird, and like I didn't fully grasp like what
he was
happened.
just staring you down.
Yeah,
because you put
he's
a camera
just
on him.
staring at us. So then I turned the GoPro off because I was like, damn,
Another beeping noise.
another beeping noise. Yeah, and then he keeps staring at us, and then he walked away back to the bullpen, came back with it wrapped up in like a Gatorade towel, like one of
Yeah.
those white Gatorade towels, and then he was still holding it. So I'm watching, and he didn't do anything with it. Like Sean
No,
Reed
he
Foley
didn't.
just kept warming up, and then he went into the game.
Confirmed, never used.
Never used, yeah. So we're keeping these guys honest, and like I said in the video, like I don't want to ruin. I'm all for. I said the words. I'm all for cheating. Yeah, I'm all for cheating. If you want to do it, do it.
Especially if
I just kept yelling when we were sitting there and he was kind of staring at us. I would like look at you and then just yell. I didn't see anything.
Yeah. What do
I
you?
would just yell that.
It was
I just
when
kept saying I didn't see anything.
because before Sean Reed Foley went in, Ottavino was pitching, and Ottavino let up a home run.
Like
But,
first
like,
batter.
Kind of after that, it was definitely after that. Yeah, it was the first batter. He came up like right in front of us, and what he yelled something. Craig did.
He said garbage, but that was because of something that happened on the field.
Yeah, but I wasn't sure because he like walked up to the glass that was like in front of us and yelled
Yeah.
garbage, like yelled it. Like, ooh.
Screamed.
Like it felt like it was directed towards us.
Yeah, he's a
I
wild
had
man.
that feeling.
Just screams out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot of tension sitting right there. We had to move.
yeah.
But
Too close. Too
yeah.
close.
How
And
was it getting around the stadium for you guys? Could you like buy one ticket and then like damn near sit wherever?
oh
you
yeah,
want,
the
or-
first. So we went to the game Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Tuesday and Friday were in Jupiter. So Tuesday's game, we bought them the day of, and they were like all really expensive. And I bought bleacher seats for $50, which is like wild. I don't know why it was that expensive. I don't know. StubHub seemed real fishy that whole week.
The whole week. And then
Like, I don't know.
the first guy that we saw, we were walking around the stadium. He's the guy that like checks tickets. He's like, yeah, you sit wherever you want.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, because
here.
we bought the bleacher seats. Then we bought bleacher seats in like left field.
Yeah, we were in the right field.
And before
by
the game
bullpen.
started, we were in right field to watch Chris Bassett warm up. And the guy who let us down there was like, yeah, like you guys can go down and like maybe like hang out down there if no one comes. Like you guys just hang out there.
Yeah, I would imagine like those guys especially are just like
Yeah,
retired.
it was like an old guy,
guys
yeah.
in Florida, like they don't really care where two
Dude,
jamokes sit.
All the stadiums there, like spring training, just filled with old people. Like everyone is just
You realize
old.
where you are, right?
No, I know where. Yeah,
You're in
but I'm just
Florida.
saying it's weird. Like kids don't really go there. I guess.
a lot
like,
of
I don't know.
kids.
Well,
A lot of
like-
kids.
Like children, like families, but not like people our age.
Yeah.
Like even the bars, it was all just like old men or like people in their like maybe 30s, like couples and stuff,
40s,
but
yeah.
no like kids.
I feel like for older people down there, like it's like if you're near the stadium in any capacity, like going to a spring training game is kind of like going to a movie.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
just kind of like need something to buy time, kill a couple hours. Like,
Yeah.
well, let's just go to the game.
yeah. And even the FBI agent guy that we met before that game, he was
two-
saying like, yeah, like last year I came down here for like a 10-day trip, was gonna go all 10 games. And like, because of COVID, or it wasn't last year, it was the year before that. It was 2020.
I do have an uncle
But,
down
yeah.
there that every time I've seen him for the last, like, he's like new into the family kind of as of like 5-ish years. So like every time I see him, Thanksgiving, Christmas, all those big holidays leading up to spring training. I'm pretty sure he lives in Port St. Lucie, and he offered me to stay there. Like every time I saw him for the last like 5 years at least, I gotta take him up on it at some point.
Yeah, you really
You have
do.
to.
Like I don't talk to him really. He's a great guy, like salt to the
Yeah.
earth. I just haven't like. I would end up probably staying at his house, which would
Yeah.
be, I don't know.
Dude, next year we got to stay in Port St. Lucie.
Yeah, it's weird that hasn't been the movie yet.
No. Well, we
Even
did the
after-
first time.
Stay in Port St. Lucie.
No, last year me and Luke
we
did.
did.
Oh yeah.
But this year, like Luke had class, and then he was gonna skip all of his classes, and it's like, no. I'm right here. I'm here, so you go to class. In our Airbnb, that wasn't supposed to be an Airbnb. Did I tell you about that?
No.
Every time we pulled up to the gate to our Airbnb, there's like a code, and the code wasn't working. It's like you gotta call somebody. Like it's like not like enter the code. It's like
It's a gated community, so you gotta phone the house
Yeah.
that you're staying.
And the code that they gave us did not work, or it worked one time or something.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
worked
know,
the first time.
But we explained to the person at the gate, like, hey, like we have an Airbnb, like we just need to get in. And the first guy like didn't really give us trouble. He just asked what the apartment was, what the building was, blah, 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 let us through. And then we had a guy back-to-back nights. The first night we explained it all, and he's like, yeah, like that's funny you say that because this place isn't supposed to have Airbnbs. And we were like, okay, well, we do, and we need we need to get through. It had like reviews, like it had people saying like, oh, blah blah blah. And then the next night, the last night we stayed, we do the same thing, like, hey, it's us, like we need to get through. And then I like made a comment like, oh, it's our last night here, so you don't have to deal with us anymore. And then he just like laughed about it. He's like, that's good.
Riddance.
He's like, that's funny. And then like just let us through.
Yeah, what did he say? He's like, I find
Exactly.
that hilarious. He's like,
Yeah.
I find that
made a comment.
hilarious.
Yeah.
It's
It's
so
like-
funny he had to tell you instead of laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but he was
He
laughing.
told us that he was like laughing about it without really laughing about it.
Like none of the people seemed happy to let us through, but they all did, which was nice.
Good.
And concerning.
But
I think we might have mentioned this before.
What? Yeah. But
That
I'm
whole
telling you.
story.
That's all right. No one listens to this anyway. I love saying that.
They really
line.
don't. Yeah,
They really don't.
they really don't.
We got to think of ways, because I feel so weird telling people to listen to my podcast. I need someone else to
That's
the
the ideal
Like in hand,
situation.
word of mouth as your main marketing.
yeah, not just word of mouth, but like on like Twitter.
Yeah.
Because I made like 3 tweets in the Mets community today. One of them's at like 60 likes.
Really?
Is I posted the picture of when we went to Tyler McGill's opening or his debut. It
And
flashed on the
Jacob
scoreboard.
DeGrom thing.
Yeah, that Tyler McGill made his MLB debut at the exact same age, like to the exact day that Jacob DeGrom did. And I posted that picture and said like, hey, like just to let everyone know, like Tyler McGill is literally destined to make this start, an opening day start. And it kind of, I consider that blowing up. I don't see many tweets in that
Getting
community
60.
getting close to 60.
No.
Let's go. Have a
And
presence.
then I made a comment. The Mets Twitter posted a video of all the guys getting off the bus, like arriving at Nationals Park. And then I like quote tweeted it and said like, oh, like, let's all be thankful that no one got hurt coming off this bus. Like those steps can be tricky. And that got like a couple likes. And then I posted about Mets standings. I screenshotted a bunch of Mets standing posts that Tyler McGill started in. And then I like, said to follow on Instagram. I got like 3 followers from that, which isn't bad, but it's whatever. Because I was thinking a lot about Mets standings. I'm very nervous about Mets standings. Very nervous.
You're very nervous?
Yeah.
You made a bold statement.
No. I'm not worried about the amount of like, I'm committed to 162 games, fully committed, 100% committed. But I want to change up the the layout. And I've been thinking about it for a long time, and I just have done nothing.
It's
Mm.
not like you had an MLB lockout to like
Right. It's not like I
prepare for
had an
this.
entire
That would
offseason.
have been huge.
It should have already happened by now. The 31st should have been opening day. So I'm very late on that. But and then it's like, you gotta have creative juices flowing. You can't like force that.
Yeah.
And
Well,
my
you gotta
most
feel it.
my most creative time is like 3 a.m. So we can get there.
I wonder what helps with that.
Well, I could be anything.
Could be
3
There's
anything.
no
a.m.
way of knowing. But speaking of Tyler McGill,
Tomorrow, baby.
how do we feel
I couldn't be
about
happier
Tyler?
that it was Tyler and not Peterson or anyone
Yeah.
else. Also, I mean, opening day we're gonna win. It's kind of guaranteed. Kind of
Plus,
not
we're playing
worth
the
talking about.
Nationals. They stink.
The
Patrick
Nationals.
Corbin's
Tyler
on
McGill's
tomorrow, and he's coming up.
amazing, so he's gonna do just fine.
Let's talk over,
More worried about, not worried, but annoyed about Friday's game. Scherzer.
Why are you annoyed?
It's on Apple TV.
Oh, true.
What is that?
I saw it and I keeps going over my head because I'm gonna be there. So it's like I don't have to worry about that.
Mm.
And then did you see like Peacock is getting a bunch of games?
Yeah, I just saw that list. There's like one Mets game.
Yeah,
on
one Mets
Peacock.
game. So we dodged a bullet there, and it's in like July or something.
Yeah,
But
Very
yeah,
dumb.
Apple TV.
very dumb.
I
And
think there
in-
was something today that came out from like CBS Sports that said like MLB is going to be doing like pregame shows on like Sundays now. They're going to like pump it up like football. So like,
Yeah.
hopefully like baseball as a whole just gets bigger. Like,
I don't
more
know,
exposure. Like,
because
it's going to be really cool. I think
They're gonna reschedule Sunday games to like start at like 11:30.
who's
like-
doing the broadcast? Is it CBS?
I have no idea.
If it's
But I
ESPN,
saw-
I'm out. I don't like ESPN.
But ESPN's getting. I don't think A-Rod or Matt Vasgersian are ESPN anymore. I
like
could
Matt
be wrong.
Vasgersian, but A-Rod can go.
And like Matt Vasgersian's out of the show.
Dude, the show announcers are terrible.
They are. But did you play? Have you played yet?
Yeah.
And you don't like the new announcers?
No.
I haven't really.
Who are the new announcers in the game?
I have no idea. I haven't. We played like
forget.
2 games or 1 game.
They got to get Robert.
We didn't really
Flores in on
listen.
there. That's a good guy.
Your guy Robert Flores.
My guy, MLB Network host.
You also see they're changing the home run derby.
No, I didn't see that.
It's the home run derby X. And I think, all right, the video they showed was very confusing. They said the rules were simple, and then it listed like 20 rules, and I don't understand it. There's like points, there's defense, there's like teams of like 4, and then like you play defense. So if you like catch someone's ball, it's a point. If you hit a home run, it's a point. And then there's like targets. I don't know. It's very weird.
That's so weird. I don't know. I think they're trying too hard.
They're trying way too hard.
I think the easiest thing in the world for MLB is like, because like it does have the best all-star game, but it doesn't have like the best like, I don't know, like having like fielding throwing competitions, like accuracy competition. Like, I don't know, like there's something they could do with fielders, like the NBA skills competition,
Yeah.
that could really draw a crowd, because the home run derby is like the premier event. Nobody gives a damn about the actual game.
Yeah.
And then after, like, nobody cares about the celebrity softball game either.
No.
So like,
No, not at all.
get the like a throwing competition, power, accuracy, get some sort of like,
Yeah.
you can get creative people on this to figure out
They
something.
used to
really cool
do
with
that,
skills.
right? They used
I
to
don't
do
know.
like some skills challenge or something.
I think all All-Star games are wildly overrated.
Baseball has the best though, because you can't like
Baseball,
Stop trying, yeah.
baseball
you
is
have to
still
try.
baseball.
You have to try.
Yeah. But then people will just shit on baseball as baseball.
Yeah, but they're wrong then.
Yeah, they are wrong. But
So-
a lot of people, that's like a vast majority of the opinion of most people I encounter, I feel like.
Oh yeah, that's kind of the whole problem. Like
Yeah.
that's like it's just
But, like,
been
you
a problem for
can't-
years.
It's not a
dude.
problem.
Can't change it.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I kind
No,
of
you
don't
can't
mind.
change it in 1 year or 2 years. It takes decades to like change that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But we got to start sometime.
I just don't want it to change. Like I hate
Home run
hate
derby, like
change.
they tinkered with it enough to the point where like it's perfect. Like it's been
Right.
perfect. It's been the most exciting thing for the last 3-4 years. However,
Yeah, they changed it to like a
they've been
time
doing it.
limit. It's still very good.
Yeah.
Time limit is
Better.
It's almost better.
Yeah, it's way better.
And then
Yeah.
they get way more lackadaisical, like as the rounds go on, with like when you're allowed to hit the next pitch,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
it just
They just
becomes
start
chaos.
cranking.
And it's one of the most incredible things in
Yeah.
sports, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, very
They're
true.
ruining it. I don't
They're ruining it.
like that they're conforming to people that don't watch baseball.
Right. The
That's the
people who
problem.
love the sport are suffering because of all these stupid things that they're trying to get other people who hate baseball to watch baseball. It's all dumb. Just give me baseball.
Which we're getting.
And which we're getting tomorrow, which is crazy to say and like to comprehend that real games are going to be played tomorrow.
Opening day is today.
Opening day. And we'll be at opening day. Frank the Tank will be at opening day. We'll try to see him.
Oh yeah, get some Frank content.
Yeah. Should I bring the GoPro, Luke? I was contemplating it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, why not?
All right, I was just
I
thinking.
assumed you were.
Okay.
Because I'm not there.
Yeah, it's like all right, like it's gonna be for the podcast, but like plus like Jake and Anziato will be there. I don't know, like if he's like down with that, if he's gonna be down with it. I can see him
He'll have
not
some
being down with
interesting
it.
takes. If you get some of
That's
his,
true.
I wouldn't say you'd be able to
commentary
make the same kind of video.
Troy's coming.
Oh, he is.
Troy's coming tomorrow. He's just
He's
come for
locked
the
in.
he's leaving
Just keep the camera on Troy
Friday. Yeah.
the whole time.
Yeah, I will. But no, I'm so excited. He was saying, Troy said that he's excited about Nationals Park because he's heard great things. And then I answered back like really it's not that great. Like it's a clean park, but there's nothing to it.
center field is by far the coolest part. Like outside
Yeah.
of center field, walking around, it feels kind of a lot like Yankee Stadium in the way like where you are, you could be like kind of in a tunnel and like you don't really get
Yeah.
to see the field from a lot of
Yeah.
places. You've been there a little bit more than I have, and I haven't been there in like 6 years now. But
Yeah. I don't know. I like my thing.
Someone
it
just
could be better.
tweeted in the Mets community. Someone tweeted, "Is there a Mets Discord?"
There probably is. I don't understand Discord and
Why would you need it if you're already in? Isn't that what this is basically?
No, I don't know what Discord is. I think it's different.
It's like a page.
It's just messaging, right?
No, because the only time I used Discord was for like Fortnite when it first came out. And it was the way to like talk to everybody instead of using like PlayStation
Zoom?
Network. It was
Or
weird.
you could just like.
you could talk to people. I know that. And then like,
What is it, like a video, or is it like just?
I don't think it's video. I really don't understand it. I don't get it. Because people have the Discord.
I thought it was just like a messaging thing, like
It might be. I have no idea.
WhatsApp. But I'm like, you're in the community now. What's wrong with this?
Yeah.
Never mind.
So I was on GQ.
Yeah.
So the people who don't know GQ, follow
Cameraman.
GQ. It's GEEQUE on Instagram. He's a photographer, Mets season ticket holder. Awesome
Cool
page.
man.
His very cool guy. His stories every day. He posts like polls. He'll repost Mets things that he likes. One of my favorite Instagrams. So he was on live just now, a couple hours ago, and he was with Herm. Do you know Herman?
The artist.
Yeah, the artist. He goes to Mets games and he draws.
Yeah.
Just where
The
he
field.
sits. He's in Japan now, actually. Herm.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he lives in Japan. So he won't be at Citi Field too much this year, which is sad. I forget what I was going.
Why would he do? Why?
He had like a bunch of guests on. He had Jocelyn Torres, she's like a Twitter. She's really big on Twitter. She interacts with Clem a lot.
Maybe
But, she was talking to him. They're just discussing things. I got a couple I was making comments. They were talking about DeGrom, and they're like, "Oh, like, is it?" They're talking about his injury. Like, is it? They were like, didn't know what it was, and then I just commented like, "Yeah, there's no structural damage." Like Epler said, it like was just surface level inflammation or whatever.
Mhm.
And they gave me a shout. I said a couple more things, and they kept saying Jake Screw. I was like, "This is cool.
Jake Screw.
Yeah, I'm down with this." But then I saw she tweeted today because every time I don't know, like Mets Twitter page posts something, Kyle Gelling will like post the community like under it. He'll like reply with it.
Mhm.
And she said that Twitter won't allow her in it.
Wow,
Like Twitter,
it's rough.
like
She's
she
not
said
missing
it, like,
much.
limits the type of people who can enter communities or something, which I didn't know because like
Is she like verified or like?
no, because like KFC's in it.
Yeah, yeah, but he owns it. He created it.
No, Kyle did.
Yeah, but they work together.
Or
I
we
was
got
gonna
but
say,
why does that
he
matter?
Probably made him co.
It's not like a joint account. Twitter doesn't know that they like hang out.
There might be like a setting that like allows. I don't know.
I don't know, but why wouldn't she be allowed? It's just
don't know.
weird. Like, is that might be like why a lot of like big Mets accounts aren't in there.
Hmm.
I don't think they are.
No, it's weird. There's a lot of big Mets accounts,
There are.
like big ones. Do you know the Mets up?
Mets Up podcast. Yeah.
They joined the 7 line.
Did they really?
Yeah,
Damn.
they're like all their content comes from the 7 line now. I think, which is weird. And then do you know the pictures that like people make? Do you know these?
No, I've never seen that until
You've never seen these before?
What is
No.
that?
They're
This is
like
like
all Mets
early-
accounts.
It's all Mets accounts. I've seen these for years on Twitter,
What?
and like people like somehow get in. It's like all Mets Twitter. It's like the big
Yeah, but the
account.
guy who made it is in the middle.
Yeah, he's in the middle because
He had
made
no
it.
followers.
But I don't know. I've seen that be a thing before. It's not like the first time I've seen it.
I've never seen that.
I want to make it. I want to make that list.
You know what I want to do? I want to do Twitter Spaces.
We will.
Have you ever been on a Twitter Space?
Yeah, yeah.
Those are great.
I was on those like before like the lockout and like when they signed Scherzer and everything.
Right. And Barstool does a lot of them. But like if we did them, like no one would go to them,
No,
which is
we're not a live. It's not supposed to be live. This is a very
this is basically
pre-recorded,
live.
edited,
If this was it barely edited.
and no one watches anyway, so it's fine.
Best line. It's the best line.
Somebody's gonna say that to you guys as an insult one day, and you'll like take it personally.
I would never. I pull up the numbers
that
right
we-
now.
Yeah,
You're
I'll
dead
show you
ass
that we
right.
don't. No one watches. I'll prove to you. I'll show you.
The YouTube does kind of. It does better.
It gets more, but that's still embarrassing because you could see it. You could have just been like, yeah, YouTube like barely gets any.
Yeah, YouTube is terrible.
Or
YouTube's
YouTube
awful. We
slacks.
barely have any YouTube. Yeah, it's crazy.
Either of you guys want to get into the potential betting? of
Yeah.
the-
So
Oh yeah.
I was gonna save like
I was waiting for Eamon to talk.
I was gonna try to stall a little bit more.
I was waiting for you to shut the hell up.
Oh,
You wouldn't stop
Oh.
talking.
Whoa.
talk about Brian Flores. You wanted to talk about Brian
Whoa.
Flores.
That's not Brian Flores.
Yeah,
You have no idea who Brian Flores is, do you?
Brian Flores.
He was the coach for the Miami Dolphins.
Who is it then? How's it not Brian Flores?
What are you talking
Robert
about?
Flores.
Robert Flores.
Dumbass.
Bobby. Talk about Bobby Flores.
There's nothing much
What,
to talk about.
what are
I
we
mean, he
talking
just-
about? What are we doing?
Luke doesn't know him either.
I'm so confused.
Luke doesn't
Earlier,
watch MLB Network.
when we were talking about the announcers for ESPN, Eamon said that Robert Flores should be announcer for ESPN.
Oh yeah.
And he was gonna make a little personal note that Robert Flores
Robert.
has visited Blue multiple times, and Eamon's seen him, recognizes him, talked to him.
Give him a
Oh,
compliment every
nice.
time too. It makes him feel good. He's also like, by the way, like the nicest son of a gun you'll ever meet.
Yeah,
He is
The
so
nicest son of
nice.
a gun.
He's a son of a gun. But no, he's just like a really good like personality to have like talking about baseball. Like he keeps it interesting. He keeps like the broadcast moving. Like, and like I said, he's just the nicest guy in the world.
yeah. Son of a gun is a weird. It's like not mean.
No.
It wasn't supposed to be mean.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's
that's
such
what
like
I
a
said.
nice little
Yeah.
like son of a gun.
You son of a gun.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah, it's always positive.
Son
it's
of a
not like
bitch,
an
but-
insult. Yeah.
No.
Luke's a son of a bitch.
No, you
Bobby's
said that.
a-
I haven't heard the son of a gun in a long time.
It just kind of came out. And it felt good.
I like son of a gun.
It's probably gonna be like my phrase of the weekend.
Is that like to substitute son of a bitch? Is that like the
kinda-
clean version of that?
Yeah, but you can also use son of a bitch in like a positive way.
I actually don't think son of a gun
Well,
is always positive.
No, because you've seen
at all.
you've seen Seinfeld when Costanza is doing meetings like for the Yankees with other organizations, and
Yeah, they call each other
they're
bastards.
doing, you bastard, you
Yeah.
son of a bitch. Like,
Well, I think
that
of
was things they said, and
Yeah,
it was
but
I
that's
think
like,
of Michael Scott when he's like holding back his anger at one point. I'm trying to think of the scene, but he's like, oh, son of a gun, son of
Yeah.
a bitch. And he like,
yeah,
He's
it
maxed.
could be used badly, but usually I think pretty clean way to say something. Son of a gun. Like, son of a gun.
it's versatile.
Yeah.
it's still
Very
not like a
versatile.
positive word though.
I think it has it's
Guns are positive.
they could be.
They
Protection,
save more
you know?
lives than they
Kyle
take.
Rittenhauser. Kyle Rittenhouse or Rittenhauser?
I don't know. House.
Kyle Rittenhouse.
I don't know that one.
You don't know who that is?
I've heard the name. I have no idea what. it
Oh
is.
my god, Eamon.
I don't keep up with. Like,
He
news.
during the
Yo.
protest, he like brought like an AK-47, like shot somebody,
Oh, okay.
and he was ruled innocent.
Good.
Like in
I'm kidding. I'm
self-defense.
kidding.
It was ruled in self-defense.
I kind of stay out of that entire world
I'm not
for like
I,
good reason.
I'm not gonna say opinions about it, but I'm telling you facts.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah. So if you hear that name, that's
So you
what
did
that
know
means.
about it.
Having a. Well,
I'm
No,
I
he
know
didn't know
confused.
about it
You
now.
didn't know about it? Okay.
I
You
have
didn't
no
know
idea.
about it.
I don't know a lot
Which
of
is
things that people
crazy.
should know. I don't know a lot of those things.
Yeah, but then you know things that
Nobody should know.
that nobody gives a shit about.
yeah. Or like, I don't know, maybe not that to that extent.
Eamon, who batted fourth for the 2004 Mets opening day?
This kid didn't watch
know. I was
baseball.
hoping-
2004.
Yeah.
Neither
yeah.
did you.
You know the answer?
No,
I
I didn't
don't
know.
Yeah, nobody
I don't
knows
know.
the answer.
Have you guys ever played?
I
Seen
bet
if you
if
knew.
that guy, I bet if you asked the 4-hole hitter in 2004 where he batted opening day, he probably wouldn't know.
That's a lie.
If it was a big name, he probably wouldn't know. So many of them.
Do you guys play Sporkle ever?
What is that?
What's Sporkle?
It's like a quiz website where you literally type in any topic and it'll
Is it
give
one?
like
Is it one quiz question a day? Wordle?
no, it's nothing like Wordle.
Okay.
Like 0%. It's like real quizzes. Like for example, the one I played was name every Mets starting rotation from like 1999 to current day. And it was really fun. You just like start typing in names and like it has like it like laid out for you and you got to fill everything in. It was really fun to do. And I'd be curious to see how you guys would do.
Probably terrible.
I think I know what I'm doing tomorrow.
Yeah, we should honestly like right after
Got a
this. I think.
4.5 hour like drive tomorrow. So
Oh yeah. But I did pretty well. Like I didn't know like obviously any of the 90s really, but like from 2006 on, I think I did pretty well. Like names, like you got to really think like Dylan G
Yeah.
was in our starting
I
rotation
love
for
that guy,
like a
number
whole year.
35.
The one I was really mad about, I missed Oliver Perez. Couldn't think of Oliver Perez.
Because he came back in like
he was
16 or something.
he was the only name that like
or 17 maybe.
I knew that I didn't get. Like I knew all the other ones, and then the ones I didn't get, I just didn't know at all. But yeah, on it, and there's a ton of them. Like you can scroll, keep scrolling. You just type Mets, like anything. There was one I did. I tried to do Peaky Blinders, right? So it was like based on Arthur, and it was like a 2-answer question, like 2 options, and one was like kind of serious, and then one was like Fuchlinda. That was like the right answer to like every question. It was really fun. But yeah. So you mentioned betting.
Yeah.
You got some bets.
I got
Move
it.
on to betting.
You told us hours ago to like prepare
Yeah.
a couple of these bets.
Yeah.
What you said, a season
I want
win total.
Well, first of all, I want bold predictions. We can start with betting. But I said
Actually,
bold.
before we move to betting,
Okay.
Can I just say,
Yeah.
shout out to my guy Todd Frazier for retiring.
Yeah.
career. I
Yeah.
respect the hell out of Todd Frazier, actually. You know he played in the Little League World Series.
Yeah. It's a little known fact that he played in the Little League World Series.
No, but I respect him. No, we get it. I respect him
I've never
because
said that on air, Doc.
I've been trying to get him blocked by him for years.
I was blocked by him for a little bit.
Oh, are you
For
And
no
I
reason.
can't. And
No,
I've
he
tormented this
unblocked
guy,
me.
and he won't block me.
Probably went
He's
to
not Stroman. He's a solid. He's got a solid head.
Yeah, he played for the Sussex County Miners. Shout out Pete Carr.
his head shape is disturbing. I don't like it. Like his helmet and hat like never look good on him.
He doesn't look like an athlete in any way, shape, or form.
Not at all.
Less of an athlete than like Hunter
And he
Pence.
even when he
Yeah.
played, he didn't look like an athlete.
No, that's what I'm
he
saying.
won the home run derby.
Which is nuts in Cincinnati, his
Yeah.
home at the time.
Was that the first year that they did the clock?
Might
That might have been. I think that was the first year it did the clock.
I
I
can't
feel like it
remember.
was like a buzzer beating home run in his
Yeah.
home stadium.
Yeah. But Todd Frazier, great guy. Speaking of people that you want to be blocked / are blocked on Twitter, we did a fantasy draft a couple nights ago. Fantasy baseball. Luke drafted Marcus Stroman.
I did.
Luke is also like far and away
Marcus
the worst
Stroman
fantasy
has.
player of all time.
I'm
so,
just
like,
saying. I'm not saying it's a bad pick.
Not a bad pick at all.
He picked before me. I was going to pick Marcus Stroman in the next pick, and Luke's took him, which shocked the hell out of me. And now Luke's got to root for Marcus Stroman, which I think is
Listen, I want to
hilarious.
win. I have my guy on my team. I feel comfortable. I think I'm gonna win.
Especially for this podcast, because we talk about Marcus Stroman more than literally anybody. And I think that's hilarious.
I hate him.
Maybe, but it's worth it. He's good.
The only Instagram clip
guy.
of this podcast that we have on our Instagram is Luke explaining how he got blocked by Marcus Stroman. And
Well, he is a loser
Luke owns him.
and a head case. And
And he has a dumb baby.
I've heard that.
No, he has a nice
Heard that
baby.
he has a dumb baby.
no,
For
he has a
sure.
nice baby. He has a nice baby.
Speaking of babies, too, we kind of glossed over this, but our last game at Port St. Lucie, we saw Francisco Lindor's wife and child,
and
Right.
Sean Reed Foley's.
How was that?
and Sean Reed Foley's in Jupiter. But they were sitting like, I don't know. It's so easy just to walk.
All right, now Jake, we gotta get the betting. It's all right.
No, because what do you want this? We gotta waste time, Luke.
Why?
I want to get
Well,
everything out.
Luke keeps wasting time. Every
This
time
should be
he
like an
derails
hour
when you start to
podcast.
say something else.
This episode I want to be like an hour.
Okay.
Because we had two last week. They were both like a half hour. Fill up the time on the whatever. But yeah, all right, fine. I won't say it. Whatever.
So Lindor, his family was sitting like first row in the back, and then first row in the back. It's the back section, first row.
Yeah.
And then we were standing there, but then we like left for a second, and then we look over and there's like a bunch of cops.
Yeah. Like we were
So they
standing.
probably saw us like standing by them and like
We were
probably didn't
standing
like it.
right in front of her and just like the walkway. Like we were literally, we stopped, we stood there, watched the game. And I was just looking at her, looking at his little kid. We go about our business.
No, don't say that. You made it weird.
No, it's like cool. It's like this is little Francisco. This is his child.
I
Like-
was staring at her. I was staring at the kid.
I'm not staring is the wrong word. I was looking, taking it all in. No, even
I
that's
saw.
all.
You
I
know
don't know. We
crazy?
saw
How,
them.
how old was that kid?
He's
roughly?
just born.
Okay,
a child.
by
Probably
the
less
ti-
than a year.
Well, by the time Lindor's contract is up, that could be like 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
That could be damn near a full-grown adult.
Yeah. But yeah, we saw them, and then as soon as we left, cops just stood exactly where we were. It's like, okay, I guess I don't know.
You're not supposed to stand there.
No, it's just like it makes sense. Like, why would anyone be able to go up to just Francisco Lindor's wife? And it's very obvious if you know who she is. Like, she had a
New Balance.
New
headband.
Balance headband.
You're getting paid by New Balance.
Yeah,
that
like-
boy's getting paid.
Yeah. New Balances take that kid to college without touching Francisco's salary. That salary is all his. Spent on whatever his heart desires. But Eamon, you got picks.
I do. Do you want to talk about what we're?
Are we talking about tomorrow's game or are we talking about futures?
Which one do you want to start with?
Start with some futures.
Start futures. Okay. So
This is the betting portion of the podcast brought to you by what sportsbook? do you use?
DraftKings.
it kind of varies. I've used DraftKings. I've used FanDuel.
Let's
I've
shout
used
out-
Barstool Sportsbook.
Let's shout out Barstool Sportbook.
Barstool Sportsbook made a couple bets on there today.
Live in
Yeah.
New Jersey.
All right.
Live from New Jersey. It's legal.
So my one like future as like a Mets prop is something that I honestly just saw like 5 minutes before getting on.
Good.
And
like
I
that.
had a different one, but there are too many like people contending for that title. And it's something that the Mets haven't had in a very long time, I feel.
Oh, I know what you're about to say. Can I say it?
A winning season.
No, no.
What are you
no.
going to say, Luke? What do you think I'm going to say?
Starling Marte for most stolen bases.
Starling Marte stolen base champ.
That's what I was gonna
Stolen
say.
base leader
Let's
in the
go.
That's what I-
MLB.
in the
That's
MLB.
the exact
like that.
thing I was gonna predict. That was my pick.
I saw that and it jumped out immediately. If you guys look at that, like Starling Marte is a specimen.
He,
he
Yeah, we
is
saw him
a-
up close and personal. That
He
dude
an
is
action
jacked.
figure. He's a superhero.
Yeah.
He is
Built
he's
different.
Captain America. Like it's great. Like just built. Oh, it's a
He's
sight to
built
see. And I
different.
want to see that guy run. I want to see him
Yeah.
flying around the bases.
But you gotta
stole, I
think, you gotta
every
think, like-
single time he got on base in spring.
No, because we got Buckball now. We got Buck
Every single
Showalter,
time.
old school baseball. There will be hit and runs. People will miss on some of those, and he's just gonna end up on second no matter what.
Who
That guy's
who,
fast.
who else is competing? What were the other like highs on that?
Let me.
You
pull
got
it
to
up
think
for
Trey
you.
Turner. That dude is fast.
Yeah. So in order, it's Alberto Mondesi at plus 260. So he's kind of like heavy favorite.
Ooh,
Marte's at
I
plus
didn't know that.
440 in second, and then Trey Turner at plus 600.
Oh wow!
Then you throw in like a Whit Merrifield, Miles Straw, Cedric Mullins, just other.
Didn't you say
quick guy.
Whit Merrifield led it last year? Wasn't that like the trivia question you gave me
Could have been. I
the
don't know.
other day?
I have no idea.
Maybe it's someone else. But I think he
I
did.
remember you mentioned that to me. It was like leading in. I don't think it was stolen bases. It might have been like stolen bases and home runs or something at a certain point. He was like the only one to have a certain amount. I don't know.
Yeah, it was something like
Or he
that.
like let off. I don't know.
Yeah,
He
But it
let
was
off the
like
most
Whit
amount of games. And I was saying it. What was that? What was that from?
Dude, I don't know. I forget. Very forgetful person.
But he played like 400 games in a row. Or what was the thing?
Oh yeah, it was like MLB's most consecutive games with like the highest average or something like that.
You know, Whit
Yeah.
Merrifield's a bona fide stud.
Yeah, he's a
He's
stud.
a stud.
All right, you got any other futures for me? Are we taking the Mets to win the division?
Kind of tough looking at it now.
Win
Like,
the division. Yeah, we gotta. gotta hit
I'm
that.
pretty
Would
sure.
you put your money on that?
I think
I
we can
would.
win the division.
I
Like,
will.
we can definitely win the division. Our division is really good, so I don't think the records are going to be as high as people might think. Like, we have 4 competitive teams, which a lot of divisions have like a 1 to 2.
Yeah.
So like every time, like we just got to win those series against those, like the Phillies,
Yeah.
the Braves, and who's the other team? Marlins.
Marlins.
Yeah. So
I forgot about the Phillies too. They kind of have like a great lineup.
Castellanos, Schwarber, Harper, like those guys mash.
Yeah.
Those guys mash. So,
Realmuto.
but
Yeah, Real Muto's big.
so
I
yeah,
don't
the
know, but they
stolen
have no
base
pitching.
Starling Marte is stolen base champ definitely stood out to me. I have the overall
take that.
record at 93 and 69.
That was my number, 93. I like that number.
It's a good number. I really do. Like a lot of places have like Mets winning like 96, 95 and a half, like up there.
I saw 88. A lot of 88s.
Now, like there's a lot of hype, and like I know Barcelona has a bet for like 96.
Well, that's what they were saying
Yeah.
last year too.
Yeah.
So that's just piggybacking
but
off of
that's
last year.
that's too high.